We ain't in the prisoner-taking business. We in the killing Nazi business.
The film is about a group of rebels who decide they want payback, and you said you love that.
Yes, I love it because I just think that, you know, war, especially World War II, which is such a dark chapter in our history. I can't believe Quentin has the guts to change the outcome of history and make his version of what could have happened.
I mean, the script was such a fun read when I got it, and I could only imagine how such a visual master like Tarantino would add to a script that was already so exciting.
I think the more you watch it, the more fun it gets. And not that it's not fun the first time, but I think the movie's so different from what people expect, it's impossible to sum up in a 30-second television spot, that people are like, oh my God, and then they see it again and again, it just gets funnier and funnier.
You just say bingo.
Bingo! How fun!
It felt like when I opened, you know, the script, it exploded into my face from the first page.
I was like, oh my God. Every 3 pages you're like, no way. Oh my God. And it's crazy because it's almost like a novel. It's not like a script. I never read a script like this before. We are happy to be on set, even if it's 5 o'clock, even if it's gonna be a long day. You're always exciting because you want to do the best, of course for him, but of course for you too. And he just gets you here, gets you at the right moment to do the best. So it's, yeah, so easy.
I mean, that's what Tarantino is inspired by, I guess, you know, thinking as big and audacious as you possibly can. And here you have the greatest villains of all time, the coolest, you know, heroic band that you could think of doing the craziest stuff, and you have love stories, and you have a great French and German cast, and you never know where to look. And that's my favorite thing about the first scene, where they're in this French farmhouse and you don't know where to look. There are so many things that could go wrong, and yet everyone's taking their sweet time. And the tension in this movie, the humor in this movie, just as a learning experience, watching how someone could put this together was incredible.
Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps.
Brad is a true actor. You know, the right stuff. You can play with Brad. You can level with him. You know, he allows you to. Actually, he requires you to. He is the most generous gentleman that I've encountered on a movie set. And you can really work with him. So, you know, adults, you know, can play, and that's what we did. You know, grown-ups, you know, who apply what they have. There's nothing better than that.
Brad and I, we were in character the whole time. We didn't want to break it. Once you put on those clothes and that costume, we had so much fun kind of playing dress up and being in the World War II with all the weapons and stuff. I mean, why would you want that to stop? We were so proud of those names, and we wanted to be as bastardly as possible at all times. It was great.
Can you Americans speak any other language than English?
I was born in Germany, so as you can probably imagine, for someone especially that works a lot in the US and in France, you get offered a World War II film once a week, and I've just never wanted to be part of it. Just because I'm German, I didn't feel like I needed to necessarily associate myself with that part of my country's history. So when this came along and I read it, and it's so out there and so funny, I love the humor of it, and I just loved the idea that I, through Bridget von Hammersmark, could help bring down the Third Reich. I just thought that was such a cool idea, and you know, it's funny. It's a mix between a spaghetti western, Quentin's very specific take on World War II. I just think that it's time. You know, we're ready to see this.
I think people will be surprised with how rich the movie is, how much romance and style and beauty and dialogue is in it. I think people are expecting and excited for the sort of shoot 'em up crazy Brad Pitt with a mustache and late summer thing, which is awesome and is totally there. But it is a very, you know, lovely movie too. It balances a lot, and I think you really get your money's worth with this movie. It's really memorable and cool.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.